On today's edition of Talk Rodeo, we're catching up with three-time world champion Bareback Rider and one of our favorite guests, Mr. Tim O'Connell. And, you know, Tim, the first thing I got to say, how nice is it to finally be able to go out and rodeo this season compared to what we had last season?
It's different, you know. You don't know what you miss until it's gone. And then all of a sudden you're used to going to, you know, one a month, two a month. And then all of a sudden now we're getting back on. This week we have 2 to go to this week, and the next week we got 4 to go to, and that kind of keeps on going through August. So we're fixing to get moving here in a second.
Well, and the thing is, I think that, you know, last year everybody talked about that they had to travel farther to compete less. Now we're back to kind of things as normal again. So it's almost like an adjustment period again.
It is. You know, there's definitely more rodeos to go to. Not all of them are back to where the prize money used to be, but you know what? They're back. So it's a start in the right direction for this new world we're living in.
And do you think that makes us a little more appreciative now that we're able to rodeo again? Because we saw what we lost last year. Do you think it makes us more appreciative of being able to get out there again this year?
Well, if you're not, you should be. You know, like we've seen, it can be taken away in a blink of an eye. At the end of the day, as much as we love this game, we are entertainers for towns, and if towns can't get together to bring economic income to their city, there's no point to have the entertainment there. And that is what we are. Even though we are athletes and we are competitors and we have our own rules that we abide in within our own system, we're entertainers to these communities. And if the communities can't get together, then they can't have us. So you should be appreciative.
And I think we've seen that in some of the crowds. I mean, living here at Guyman, Oklahoma, I saw that with our crowds on Saturday night. Biggest crowds they've ever had. So the fans are appreciative to have us back, too. And
that has been the theme that I've really noticed at all these rodeos so far this year is the fan power that is coming out to support us now is overwhelming. You know, there is some really small rodeos that'll be shoulder to shoulder jam packed because people want to be out. People want to support. People want to see entertainment. And you know, luckily, rodeo's moving in that direction as fast as we can to the forefront of the entertainment world, and people are really coming out to support their local events now to take care of their own cities.
Well, we are joined by world champion bareback rider Tim O'Connell here on the Talk Rodeo Hotline. Let's talk about your season. Of course, we come out of Arlington. You finished second in the world, finished third in the average at the NFR. Get back into 2021. Give us a rundown on how your season's been going for you so far. Setting number 2, just 10,000 behind Tilden Hooper. So pretty good season so far.
Yeah, I really can't complain about my season whatsoever. You know, I'm not going to lie. It was tough. That loss was tough at Arlington. So it took me a while to kind of get back in the swing of things, to want to go rodeo after that. It was a tough loss for me mentally, physically. It took a little while to kind of even want to get back in the swing of things for 21. But, you know, I got a new mindset, a new driving era and new goals. And we just kind of picked right back up when I finally decided it was time that I wanted to go rodeo again. It was full steam ahead. And I had a great, you know, fantastic winter. Really, the spring has been really good. This last month has been a little slow, but that's just kind of in the rodeo world. You know, I've only got to go to 2 in this last month, but you know, we're about to pick back off in the summer run. Things are going to get wild and western here before too long.
Well, and I know you too. I know that you said that it took you a little adjustment after Arlington, but also I know that you always find the silver lining to stuff because I know how important your family is to you. So anytime that you get to spend time with family and do stuff at home, you're always appreciative of that too.
Yeah, absolutely. You know that, you know, there's always a lesson to be learned in a loss. And it just took me a while to find that lesson. You know, I was pretty upset with how it ended number 2 after leading the world for 297 days, except for the most important day. So it was tough, but you know, I feel like I found the lesson to be learned in that, and it just took a little while. It took a little longer than I wanted it to, but it always comes out.
Well, we're talking with three-time world champion bareback rider Tim O'Connell here on Talk Rodeo. And Tim, let's talk about the 2021 season. We're into June now, getting ready, as you said, to hit the hard stuff. First of all, who are you traveling with this year?
I'm traveling with Jess Pope and Cole Franks.
Two good guys. They've been having some good success here lately too. So it's always good to have that kind of success in the truck. So you guys kind of drive each other, don't you?
Yeah, and you need that. You need guys that want to be competitive for what you are. You need guys around you that want the same things as you. So it drives the truck. It motivates the truck each and every day that, we're going to get out, we're going to show up, we're going to give it our all. We plan on winning every time we step up to the plate. So, to have that kind of mentality, you want to if you want to be a winner, surround yourself with winners.
Exactly. So, and the other thing is, give me kind of a rundown through June and, of course, heading into the 4th of July, too. Such an important time for everybody out there competing. Kind of give us a rundown. How are you setting up your schedule so far?
We got a rodeo run we're going to start this weekend. We're actually on the road right now, heading to Cherokee, Iowa. We're going to get some circuit rodeos in. We have a rigging rally this weekend in Darby. That sets up kind of a little run of 4 next week with Weatherford, Coleman, Woodward, and we're going to go to Nashville, Tennessee. And then after that, we got a few more circuit rodeos hit up in June. Once Reno hits, it's pretty much game on for the normal runs of rodeos that are back. Last year we only had 7 rodeos to go to over the 4th. Now we had like 16 to choose from that were over 10,000 added. So, and at the moment, truthfully, we're trying to figure out what to do with Calgary. They've kind of told us that it's a go as of this week, and but there's definitely a lot of tape to cross with this one. Trying to get over the border, being quarantined for a few weeks, and it's really interesting how we're going to navigate with Calgary over the next part of July. But other than that, everything is roaring and going. Everybody wants to rodeo. Most of our major rodeo, I'd say about 95% of our rodeos are back. And the ones that canceled have already canceled, and you kind of just mark them off the schedule until 2022.
Well, we're joined by Tim O'Connell here on Talk Rodeo, 3-time world champion and 3-time NFR Average Champion in the bareback riding. Of course, we were in Arlington, and everybody says it wasn't Vegas, but they did a great job putting on a rodeo. But it's still, as they say, it wasn't Vegas. Everything going right, we're going to be back in Vegas in December. How nice is it to be back at the Thomas and Mack, the mother church of the National Finals Rodeo?
I can't wait to go back to Vegas. I really can't. Like you said, Arlington was great. Arlington, I think, was great for the viewers at home because, it's in an updated stadium. There's a lot more TV angles that you can get. The seating was bigger. The facility was just updated, but there's nothing like the bones at the Thomas and Mack. There's nothing like having 17,000 stacked over top of you where you can high-five people in the front row. There's nothing like the electricity that can run through that building. For an athlete, it was like we were at a practice pen on the arena floor. You couldn't hear nothing. The energy level was super low. It was tough. It was tough to get that motor running, even though there was 26,000 and a gold buckle up for grabs. It was you had to have your personal reasons of why you wanted to get motivated every night to ride, which sounds crazy. But at the Thomas and Mack, you're so used to just getting this energy. As soon as you walk into the arena, you just feel this lightning running through your bones. Like, you don't have to try to motivate yourself. You actually have to try to keep yourself calmed down at the Mack. And I love the Mack. And I love Vegas. I'm glad Vegas is opening back up.
Well, and the thing is, Vegas has been so good to you. I mean, you've won your 3 gold buckles there. And so, that's always going to hold a fond spot for you.
Oh, yeah. And make no mistake, what they pulled off in Arlington in 90 days' notice was crazy. And the positives of what they did totally outweigh the negatives. Arlington did such a fantastic job of what they pulled off in a time of complete uncertainty. So this isn't bashing Arlington by no means. I personally just love the Thomas and Mack, and I love Las Vegas, Nevada.
Well, we're talking with world champion bareback rider Tim O'Connell. And Tim, I know you're busy, so I won't keep you much longer, but you just made a statement. I want to get your take on it. You were talking about the TV angles and the TV coverage. When we started this deal with Cowboy Channel, there were some people that were a little skeptical, but now that we've been into it for a couple of years, can you believe the coverage that rodeo is getting between the Cowboy Channel and then, of course, the Cowboy Channel app and the Plus app, that it's really getting us out into the mainstream of people, and more people are starting to understand the world of rodeo and get to see us more times than any time before?
Yeah, it's fantastic. I don't have to try to, get someone to record me when I'm riding at night so I can put it on my social media. Everyone can just tune into the Cowboy Channel app or watch it on the Cowboy Channel personally, and they can watch for themselves and record the TV if they like. It's actually, it's quite awesome for us, especially for our family. They don't have to wait for the phone call anymore. They can just watch, and then you can call them right after you get done, and they've already seen what you did. It's fantastic. It's definitely opened up opportunities for new spectators. And I honestly believe it's given our older fans a little bit more wisdom too. You're seeing a lot more athletes day in and day out that, other than just the major ones that they played throughout the years on CBS Sports, there really wasn't much for rodeo on TV at all, except for the National Finals Rodeo and the Champions Challenges that were non-existent after 3 years. You really never got to watch rodeo unless you went and seen it in person or you watched the NFR. And now you can watch a rodeo almost 4 to 5 days a week.
Well, I'll tell you what, folks, if you've never had a chance to meet this young man, definitely take some time and meet him. He's a great ambassador for the sport of rodeo, always gracious enough to talk to us here on Talk Rodeo. So, Tim, stay healthy and, just keep doing what you're doing. We'll see you in Vegas coming up in December if I don't see you before then.
Sounds great.